Have you ever felt like something huge is about to happen? That the world is changing in a frightening and rapid way? In recent years, global crises, natural disasters, and international conflicts seem to be intensifying. But what if I told you that all of this was predicted centuries ago? That the Bible, the oldest sacred book of humanity, might contain clues about a potential global collapse in 2025? The question is, are we witnessing prophecies being fulfilled right before our eyes? And if so, what does that mean for our future? Today, we'll dive deep into the scriptures, analyze recent events, and uncover shocking truths that many are unaware of. This video could change the way you see the times we're living in. But be warned, what you're about to discover may be disturbing. At the end of this video, we'll reveal a crucial detail that few have noticed, and it could completely change your perspective on the coming years. So, stay with us until the end. Now, in order to understand what's happening, we first need to look at biblical prophecies and how they've always predicted major changes in history. Let's get started. The Bible has always been considered a book of wisdom, but for many, it is much more than that. Since ancient times, prophets have received visions of the future, warning of global events that would change the destiny of humanity. But what is truly striking is how these predictions seem to align with what we are experiencing now. In the writings of Daniel, for example, we find revelations about great empires, the rise and fall of nations, and even a vision of turbulent times in the last days. Matthew 24 contains direct words from Jesus, describing signs like wars, famine, plagues, and earthquakes in various places, exactly what we've witnessed in recent years. Moreover, the book of Revelation presents an even more intense scenario: global persecution, totalitarian control, and unprecedented climatic events. Many of these passages have been interpreted over the centuries as signs of the end times. But are we really seeing this unfold now? Based on the scriptures, we can perceive a clear pattern. Every major change in the world has been preceded by prophetic signs. But what makes 2025 so special? Why are so many people warning about this year as a critical turning point for the future of humanity? In the next segment, we will examine current events and their connections to the prophecies. What is happening around us that might indicate we are closer to a global collapse than we realize? If we look at the world today, we see a series of events that seem to be coming straight out of the pages of the Bible. Wars and rumors of wars are intensifying in various parts of the world. Economic instability is causing global financial crises, while natural disasters devastate entire cities. Pandemics, famine, and the collapse of social order are recurring themes in the news. But how do these events relate to biblical prophecies? Jesus warned in Luke 21:11 that there would be great earthquakes, famines, and pestilences in various places before the end times. The book of Revelation mentions the rise of a global government that would control all economic transactions. The age of digitalization and virtual currencies may be leading us straight into that scenario. Moreover, there is a growing movement toward a global control system. Artificial intelligence, advancements in biotechnology, and the implementation of digital identifications are creating an environment conducive to prophecies, like the mark of the beast becoming a reality. Many experts and Bible scholars believe we are rapidly approaching this point. The year 2025 has emerged as a prophetic milestone for many scholars due to the alignment of these factors. And this leads us to a crucial question: are we ready for what might be coming? In the next segment, we will explore the signs that, according to the Bible, suggest the global collapse might be closer than we think. Throughout history, God has always sent signs before major events. The question is, are we recognizing these signs today? The Bible warns us about specific events that precede times of crisis. Among them, an increase in corruption and apostasy, intensification of natural disasters, and growing persecution of those who hold on to their faith. Apostasy, or the departure from true faith, is already evident. Many are abandoning biblical principles and adopting philosophies that are contrary to the Scriptures. Furthermore, we are seeing an increase in religious persecution and restrictions on Christian freedom of expression in various countries. Natural disasters have reached record levels. Earthquakes, hurricanes, and devastating droughts continue to increase in frequency and intensity. Scientists may try to explain this with climate change, but the Scriptures already predicted this intensification as a prophetic sign. Another important point is the advancement of globalism and preparation for a unified control system. The imposition of new economic guidelines, digital surveillance, and limitations on individual freedoms are heading precisely toward the scenario described in the book of Revelation. Do all these signs point to an imminent global collapse? In the next segment, we will analyze the possible outcomes and what the Bible suggests we should do to prepare. In light of everything we've examined, the big question remains: what exactly might happen in 2025? If historical and prophetic patterns hold, we can expect events that will drastically change the way we live. But what could these events be? Let's examine the most alarming factors and how they fit into biblical prophecies. First, global political and economic tensions continue to grow. Conflicts between nations are intensifying, and the possibility of a major geopolitical confrontation has never seemed so real. The Bible speaks about nations rising against nations, and rumors of war are becoming more frequent. Moreover, economies around the world are facing unprecedented challenges, with looming financial collapses and a growing impoverishment of the global population. Another concerning point is the rise of digital currency and the potential for global financial control. The banking system is rapidly transforming, with governments and institutions pushing for the total digitalization of money. This could give rise to a system where no one will be able to buy or sell without being integrated into this control, something many scholars directly associate with the mark of the beast described in the book of Revelation. Additionally, we are witnessing a rise in censorship and religious persecution. Freedom of speech, especially regarding traditional Christian beliefs, is being restricted in various parts of the world. Many see this as a direct reflection of what was predicted about the last days, where the faithful would face oppression for standing firm in the truth. Finally, many Bible scholars interpret these events as signs that 2025 could be a decisive year. The convergence of political, economic, and spiritual factors suggests that we are at a critical point in human history. But what does all of this mean for us? How should we prepare? In the next segment, we will explore what the Bible says about how we should act in light of these revelations. When we talk about prophecies and the signs of the times, it is essential to be prepared not only physically but also spiritually and emotionally. Spiritual preparation is key, and it begins with a life of constant prayer. Prayer not only strengthens our connection with God, but it also allows us to seek discernment and wisdom to face the challenges ahead. It is through prayer that we find peace amid chaos, knowing that God is in control of all things, even when the signs around us seem apocalyptic. The regular practice of prayer gives us the strength we need to keep our faith strong and our hope unshaken, no matter the circumstances. Moreover, biblical knowledge is a fundamental pillar in this preparation process. The scriptures are full of warnings and guidance on how to behave during difficult times. Studying the Bible is not just an act of curiosity, but an active preparation to discern what is happening around us. Knowing the scriptures helps us recognize when the signs we see today align with prophecies. This empowers us to make wise decisions and avoid being deceived by false doctrines or distortions of the truth. Finally, it is crucial to learn how to discern the times. Jesus warned us to be vigilant and watchful because the signs may be subtle and deceptive. We cannot allow fear or anxiety to blind us to what is really happening. Spiritual discernment helps us separate truth from lies, guiding us to live according to God's will and remain firm in our faith, regardless of the storms that may come. In conclusion, it is important to emphasize that biblical prophecies are not just rumors or conspiracy theories. They are divine warnings that God gave us so that we can prepare and be aware of the signs of the times. It's not about fear or panic, but an opportunity to draw closer to God and be ready for the challenges ahead. Prophecies serve as a guide, showing us what to expect and how to behave in times of crisis. Now, I leave you with a reflective question. Are we already living through the global collapse prophesied? Think about it and share your thoughts in the comments below. It's important that we discuss these issues because they help us understand better what is happening in the world around us. If you are interested in learning more about the fulfillment of biblical prophecies and how to prepare for difficult times, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any content. Share this video with your friends and family so more people can be alerted and prepared. We are all in this journey together, and the right information is key to staying strong in faith.